Alright, guys, welcome to Tell It to Trevor. I am your host, the one and only Trevor Shelley. Today on my podcast, I have. Let you give your own introduction.
Oh yeah, AJ Slambino. Everybody calls me AJ.
Alright, AJ, what got you into wrestling?
So 1998, 99, I was always a huge wrestling fan since I was a kid. So 98, 99, some friends were like, "Hey, we know you're a huge wrestling fan, and we heard there's a wrestling school in town. Do you want to go?" And I was like, "Yeah." I mean, I never thought about being a wrestler. I always wanted to be one, but I never thought about going to wrestling school. And I said, "Yeah, let's go. Let's do it." So I went down to Miami, Florida at Rusty Brooks School of Hard Knocks and started training to be a wrestler.
If you could sign to any wrestling promotion, which one and why?
Anyone that would sign me because it would be awesome just to be on TV, traveling the world. I don't care who it would be, anybody. I think it'd be awesome just to be able to live that dream.
Yeah. If you were. Oh. Who was your toughest opponent?
Uh, it's probably going to be good question. I mean, I think there's probably a couple. Brodus Clay, he is so strong. Scott Norton, uh, Tracy Smothers, he was pretty tough. He hurt when he punched, that's for sure. I'd probably say those are three like the toughest.
What is your top 5 movies?
Movies:
Yes.
Goonies, Catch Me If You Can, um, Ocean's 11. Uh, those are my top. I don't know about my other ones. That's probably my top three right there.
What is your top 5 TV shows?
Oh, Sopranos. Uh, I like Friends. I still watch it to this day. Uh, Curb Your Enthusiasm, Seinfeld for sure, and King of Queens are probably my top five.
Okay. If you had to book yourself in a 12-man tag team, who would be on your team and why?
So I get five other people, right?
Yes.
Hmm. So this could be anybody like WWE, AEW,
Yep.
NWA, ML. Okay. Huh. Do they have to be active wrestlers or could they be retired? Could they be, do they have to be alive?
Um, I would say active.
Okay. Active. All right. So I'm going John Cena for sure.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, I'm going, uh, Cody Rhodes, Will Ospreay, Roman Reigns. I get one more, right? Yeah,
Yes.
one more. And I'm gonna go with John Moxley.
John Moxley.
Yeah.
All right. If you could work any wrestler of any time, who would it be and what show?
I always wanted to work the Rock and Roll Express. Ricky Morton, Robert Gibson. I always wanted to work with them. I've been on shows with them, but I never got to work with them. I trained with Robert a little bit, but I would work them, and I don't care what show it was on. If I got to work them, it'd be a dream come true.
Yeah. Let's see. If you were in a TV show, which TV show and why?
Survivor, because it's my favorite reality TV show. I don't watch it anymore, but I used to, and I always wanted to be on that show.
If you were in a video game, which video game and why?
Uh, okay, so it'd probably be Assassin's Creed. It's probably my favorite video game ever, and that time era, and like I think it would be so cool to like be able to do like he did in the game and jump all over stuff and run. That'd be
Yeah.
like so cool.
Which which one?
I've played all of them. I love all except for the new ones. I don't play the new ones. All the older stuff, the Assassin's Creed. I absolutely love them. That or Red Dead Redemption. I love Red Dead Redemption too.
All right, so we have one more question before I go to this next thing. Um, if you could wrestle any past wrestler, and if you beat them, you would inherit their wrestling move. Which one would it be?
So any past wrestler, and I would appear. What would happen if I beat them?
You would get their finisher.
Oh, Stone Cold Steve
Stone
Austin.
Cold.
Yeah, stunner.
I've heard Macho Man, Shawn Michaels, The Undertaker, and I was like, okay, we're all
So my
talking like
second would
kind
have
of
been Macho Man. Would have been my second
that elbow drop.
choice. Yeah, that would have been my second choice. Is Macho Man.
All right, so this segment I got on here is called Trev Shock.
Okay.
It's where you got 30 seconds to answer these 6 questions,
Okay.
and that is usually how I close out my show.
Let's do it.
All right, first question: who is your mentor for wrestling?
Billy Fives. He was a wrestler down in South Florida.
Who is your favorite wrestler growing up?
Shawn Michaels.
What was your first show you worked?
It was a Future of Wrestling show in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, in a six-man tag.
Okay. How many belts have you won so far?
I honestly don't know the answer to that question, but I know it's quite a few.
Favorite wrestling brand?
Uh, I mean, obviously WWE because I don't think I'd even be a wrestler if it wasn't for them. But I do love AEW too. I love their what they do.
Favorite Looney Tunes character?
That's going to be definitely Tasmanian Devil.
Alright, and then where can they find you on social media?
So my name on all social media is the same, AJ Slambino. That's TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Twitter. AJ Slambino. It's the same on every platform.
Alright, and are you going to WrestleCade this year? Figured
I'm not going to WrestleCade this year. Right now, I don't have my only bookings are through Pro Wrestling Turbo, which is in Greenville, South Carolina.
yep, I've heard
But
of it.
2025. My goal is to wrestle in a lot more places in the United States and in the UK. My dream is to wrestle in the UK. I have a friend who's training in the UK. His name is Paul Johnston Naylor. He is training to be a wrestler, and we would like to tag team in 2025 in the United States and in the UK, and just a dream of ours. So, and together, I will say this before we go. Me and him have a comic book that will be out for Christmas, and the comic book is called Pawn Bros, and it's based on two guys from across the world who come together to fight off aliens, and it's wrestling themed, so it's perfect. It's 80s cartoonish wrestling themed comic book where we have to fight the aliens to save the world. So
Okay.
it's called Pawn Bros. It's pretty cool. The Kickstarter page is on my profiles. You can buy the comic book there.
Alright, I might have to actually buy that. That sounded like a really good comic to buy.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. If you like wrestling, yeah.
Wrestling, Power Rangers.
All that's exactly what it's all is. 80s cartoons and 90s cartoons, yeah, and wrestling.
Alright, guys, we will see you next time on the podcast, and I hope to see you down the road.